Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Holistic Health Beyond Diet and Exercise course. I'm so excited that you're here with me, and congratulations for showing up today. Part 1, Foundation. My name is Laura Lake, and I'm a building designer, wellness coach, and speaker. I help you live a healthier, more sustainable lifestyle so that you can embrace life. Just think of me as your guide. This course was created because health is beyond just diet and exercise. Why do we need a foundation of health? Well, there are many reasons. Maybe you have gotten no results. Do you follow a one-size-fits-all kind of approach? Do you find that you're overwhelmed with all the information? Or do you believe some of the myths that are out there? Being healthy doesn't mean you are just free of disease or illness. How many people do you know with a clean bill of health but aren't actually healthy? So many of us get caught up in the extended hustle where we want that job, that promotion, the extra pay, and then as we get older, we use that money that we've earned to buy back some of the youth that we once had. Most of us are governed by our emotions and get caught up in the various loops of daily stress, low energy and fatigue, the inability to focus at work or at home, a lack of self-esteem and personal confidence, poor sleep, and many other daily struggles. Personally, I've dealt with a lot of issues, and some of them you may relate to. I was dealing with health issues in high school. I didn't know how to take care of myself in university. And when I became a mom, I tried to do everything myself. Little did I know life had other struggles for me. When my daughter was 17 months old, I was in a bicycle accident that left me unable to dress myself, feed myself, wash myself, use the washroom myself. It was pretty bad, and that's how I know my husband loves me. I was laid off from my job a few months later and then started my own business a year after that. It took me 3 years of seeing numerous doctors to get the physical part of myself to some semblance of normal, and another 3 years to work on my mental health. The first time that I talked about it in public was actually on stage at Mo Mondays Halifax, and I'm standing there on stage with the most horrible, ugly tear face ever. And afterwards, a lot of the crowd came up to me, gave me hugs, told me how thankful they were that I was here telling my story. It was definitely a life-changing day, and since then, I try my best to come out and be vulnerable about my mental health struggles. In the over 15 years now of self-directed learning to answer my big question, I thought that I would have had more answers back then about how health worked. But since my accident, I've realized that a lot of health starts from the inside, and I've been trying to guide people's mindsets any chance I get. Why did I create the BEDMAS of Wellness? There are so many reasons. We need to talk about and cover more of the basics of health. Focusing efforts and identifying problem areas allow more efficient use of time. The idea is prevention comes first, and creating a domino effect of results and changes. It's about each individual's priority and direction. So why the BEDMAS of Wellness? Because health is beyond diet and exercise. A bit of self-reflection. What is your big question, and how does this connect to the reason that you're here? What exactly does healthy mean to you? And what would it mean to feel well? All of us struggle, but in what ways do you struggle with health? Where are your sticking points? Now, it's not enough to just sit here, just watch and listen. We need to be engaged and make this stuff stick. I know that each one of us has a lot more potential that we can let out. Start by taking care of yourself and actually put in the work to create the change that you want to see. I'm rooting for you. Start by discussing what you've just listened to. Discuss the foundation of health and share the self-reflection questions with someone else on the same journey. Next, we're going to practice, practice, practice. Practice being aware of how you feel both physically and emotionally. Take time every day to ask yourself where and what your struggles are. Ask yourself your big question. Keep it in the back of your mind as a guide. After practicing a few times, try teaching what you've learned to someone else. This will tell you how well you understand the information. Explain how health is more than diet, exercise, and lack of disease. Share your learning and experiences so far. Now, the last thing on this list is the most important. Use the ideas, questions, and practices immediately. Waiting until later has a much smaller chance of remembering connections and thoughts. You're already engaged in the content, so finish it and check it off your list. Think about what your big question is and start piecing together the answers that you already have in your head. We're not solving world issues, we're just becoming more self-aware. This is my favorite part. I want you to share your answers and to use the hashtag BedMassLife. You can find me on Twitter at Laura Lake ST or on Facebook at Laura Lake Designs with an S. I would really appreciate you sharing the community and keeping the conversation going. Remember to learn, love, and keep your momentum.